Morning, guys. Well, it's not good morning, but I told my husband this morning, crazy, he was so excited. I have footage of him, but I'm still kind of deciding if I'm gonna upload it because like some things I just want to keep to myself, and not just like keep to myself, but like he had just got out of the shower. But yeah, so we're just hanging out. We're both really excited. I wanted to see what he would think because like I said, we weren't gonna try until December or like January or even November. So I knew like he'd be excited, but I didn't know he'd be this excited. He made me feel so good. He was like so pumped. He's like, oh, we gotta start thinking of names. And I'm like, okay. We can't agree on a girl name. I am totally happy with a boy or a girl, but we want to obviously start thinking of names. And then we weren't sure, like when I had my son, we went through like such a roller coaster doing like the testing for like the genetic testing, which tells you the sex and it tells you all the chromosome stuff. We went through like so much with that where I was like, yeah, we're not gonna do that next pregnancy. But now I'm like, well, maybe we should. And my husband agreed because it all worked out. So maybe we might as well just do it. It tells you so much more than the gender. It tells you, you know, if there's any like mutations or abnormalities or anything like that. So it is like a good test. So we may do that again. I'm definitely already out of breath. I've definitely noticed that my body has literally jumped right back into it. My body's literally just jumping right back into it. I mean, I was pregnant, what, like a little over a year ago. I feel really good right now. Yesterday, I was telling you guys, like yesterday I went through like a really weird hormonal moment, and I really believe it was because I took the test without my husband being home. I really would have preferred not to have done that, especially because this was more of like a surprise. If this were the last time, I feel as though I would have been okay taking it by myself because I would have thought of this grand way of telling him. This time around, we weren't like actively trying, like we weren't preventing, we weren't actively trying though. So this one was more of like a surprise situation. So because I was genuinely surprised, I wished he were with me. After I told him, immediately I felt so much better. I'm definitely still out of breath. I have like energy today, and I didn't go through any of that with my son. I never one time had any kind of nesting. Not that I'm nesting now, obviously, because I'm only 4 weeks pregnant. I'm not saying it's nesting, but it's like I still want to get cleaning done. Like even this morning, my husband was like, what are you doing? Because I just started cleaning everything. I'm definitely feeling more nauseous today, and it's not like super duper bad, but it is there. I'm like sore today. My abdomen keeps getting like really weird like pains. When my son crawls on me, it hurts so bad. Like it hurts my belly really, really bad when he crawls on me, and like nursing him to nap today was definitely much more difficult. I forgot that like the first trimester, or like the first so many months or weeks, every day is something new. So weird, my camera's like dying without flashing that there's a dead battery coming. I don't know what that's about, but I'm comparing symptoms to my last pregnancy and they're very similar. I like literally remember writing all of those like it was yesterday. Like it's hard to like remember, okay, this is the second time around, not the first time. It just seems so similar, so connected. He's playing in the fall decor. Getting like nausea, but like last pregnancy, anytime I got nausea, I would only make myself more nauseous by getting nervous of throwing up and everything like that. Whereas this time I feel like, okay, as soon as I get the nausea, I'm gonna fix it. I do feel better, I do feel good. Maybe that's why I felt so weird last pregnancy too. Maybe I was going through like withdrawals and stuff by taking away so much of my normal stuff like coffee and stuff. I definitely only want a little bit. I don't even finish my whole cup anymore. And I do remember last time it working that way, I eventually just stopped wanting it. Are you serious right now? No. So much for putting that gate up. Clearly it did nothing over there. That's all you have to say for yourself? Oh my gosh, you guys. We woke up this morning, okay? So like Athena's been acting really weird lately. Like she either has diarrhea or she's like constipated, and it's been going on for a few days now. I don't know if it's her food. I don't know what's going on, but like it's been an issue for a few days now. So my husband put her out at like 2:30 last night. I haven't even brushed my hair. I haven't done anything, but well, I have done a lot, but he let her out at 2:30 last night to go to the bathroom. And I kid you not, we woke up this morning. First, my son's, for whatever reason, his camera went out. So we couldn't get like the camera on. So we're like, okay, well, let's just wake up, whatever. I think he's probably awake. Let's get up with him. So we go to do that, and when we open the door, when I say there was poop everywhere, it was everywhere. It's as if she like just ran around the house pooping, and there'd be like spots with a ton. She pooped on his playmat you guys look at, or you guys have seen a ton, everywhere. So we knew he was probably awake, but thankfully he was being really, really good in his crib. So we didn't really stress too much about it. And then finally he started like waking up. So I had my husband jump in the shower really quick and clean up so that he could go get my son and spend time with my son. While I finished cleaning, it was all over the house. Every single room of the house, except for we keep doors shut, so like it wasn't in bedrooms or anything, but like everywhere. I lost it. Not really, I was actually very patient for being pregnant. I was pretty patient. So I cleaned all of it up. I mopped about 4 or 5 times. I used Lysol, I used vinegar, I used everything just to make sure I got everything up. It was disgusting. It was terrible. I'm so thankful that I'm not like, number one, I so far have been getting like the night sickness. I've noticed the last few nights, even before I knew I was pregnant, I even at nighttime wasn't feeling the best. So last night I definitely didn't feel very good, but like mornings with my son weren't like, I didn't get morning sickness in the morning, I got it at night, and the same thing so far with this one. But thankfully I didn't have any kind of nausea. That would have been really bad. I'm definitely cramping now. I'm hoping I didn't like overdo it because I was like really cleaning hard. The house reeked of poop. It was so bad. I can't even tell you how bad it was. So we went ahead and we picked up his playmat, and we bought this one a couple weeks ago. So we put this one down instead, and we're gonna do something with his toys. We can't find like a good toy bin yet, but we that is so sweet, honey. But we are looking for like a nice toy bin to put in here. We're actually gonna make another room the playroom, but we haven't gotten to there yet. So we picked up his playmat. I think my husband might have put it in his room. I'm gonna have to think about it because I don't know if I want it in his room, but we'll think. I cleaned the playmat like 5-6 times. I wish it were a playmat I could just throw in the wash though. That would be so much easier. She pooped all over her bed, Ronan's bed. I woke up this morning and found Ronan on the couch. That should tell you, like, Ronan doesn't get on this couch. That should tell you there was poop everywhere. He had nowhere to go. It was so bad. It was so bad. It took me over, I think it was like 2.5 hours to finish like really cleaning, and then we're still technically cleaning right now, and it's been another 2 hours since I finished. That's the other thing. My son hasn't nursed yet, which he doesn't usually skip morning. So when my husband went in there, he went ahead and took him just like a bottle just so I could like continue cleaning. My son took it, no problem. And so then I was like, okay, well, he'll still want to nurse. Like before breakfast time, he'll still want to nurse. No, he kept pushing me away and saying no, he wanted nothing to do with nursing. So I guess my first nursing session will now be nap time. I don't like this so much. I liked the playmat because it contained his toys, but I guess this will have to do for now. The whole thing is Sesame Street is actually playing a Halloween episode, which is super cool. My cat had diarrhea in the driveway and we ran over it. So then we had to clean my car, clean the driveway, clean the garage, clean everything from that. So I don't know if maybe she ate some diarrhea. I don't know, you guys. I don't think you guys want to hear this any longer. It was a nightmare. The best way I can describe today has been a nightmare. I am a hot mess. I already am wearing even, that's the other thing that was probably the first thing I noticed was how big my belly was getting. I wasn't fitting in clothes that I just bought. And I know I've been like gaining weight a little bit, but like in my belly area was weird because I don't really gain weight where I was like gaining weight. So that was like the first time that I was pregnant. I literally feel like I was hit by a bus. I feel like crap. It's probably because I was on my hands and knees scrubbing. I was cleaning so much, but honestly I'm just grateful that I was not like feeling nauseous because that would have made today so much harder. I just feel so crampy, like not crampy, but like, you know, like when you have the flu and like all of your muscles hurt. That's how I feel. I'm exhausted. Like if I laid on this bed, I could probably fall asleep, but I definitely am just feeling achy, and my neck, the back of my neck is like killing me. And it feels weird. Like I feel like all the like different symptoms I'm getting now, I got later on in pregnancy. Like I got more like way later on. And I mean, I know I'm not further ahead. Like I know I am about 5 weeks pregnant, but like it's so weird, like just how early I'm already getting all these different like aches and pains and cramping. And I'm taking it as a good sign though, because obviously like I don't want anything awful to happen. So like I'm taking it as a good thing that my body is like showing me all these signs. Like truly, I forgot how much I wanted all of those symptoms. Like I completely forgot about that. And I don't even know if I noted it in a video, but I wanted symptoms because it gave me peace of mind thinking, okay, my body's going through something still. You know, you just hope and pray that the pregnancy is still progressing and going well. But I remember like before that first appointment, like wanting symptoms. And if there was a day I didn't have a symptom, I lost it. I would freak out. It's like if there was a day that you didn't feel nausea, it was scary. So I'm really thankful that I do feel these symptoms, because if I didn't, you know, it'd be really scary, especially because I'm also in a place where there's no way of like listening to the heartbeat. I remember with my last pregnancy, I do have an at-home Doppler. So anytime I wasn't feeling any symptoms at all, I would use the Doppler and it would give me peace of mind. A weird thing to try and wrap your head around is realizing this is a new pregnancy. Like this is a new thing. This is a new baby. This is a whole separate thing than what I went through before. Like this is with a completely different child, and that's so weird. As I'm doing my last nursing sessions, like this morning he didn't nurse for me and he didn't need it, he didn't want it. I had to, and then I tried to get him to do it, and he was like, he would try a little bit and just get annoyed and just kept saying no and pushing me away. But then before nap time he did nurse, and then I also got him to nurse on one side a little bit before nap time, just because I wanted to get that milk out. Every time I nurse, I always get like really emotional thinking this won't be something we do to bond anymore. Like that's not gonna be something he and I do, it'll be something me and the new baby do. And I remember when my son was a newborn, I like in all those months and really the first year, I remember just thinking like, how could I do this with another baby? How will I do this? This is like mine and my son's thing. Like how am I gonna do this? But it's so weird now that I'm pregnant. I was so worried that I would have to like share my love from my son. And obviously I haven't met this baby. I don't know what's going on. I don't know this baby, anything like that. But I always was like curious, that feeling of, would I feel like I'm taking love from him and giving it to someone else? But instead, like I can tell that this will be a completely separate love. This will be its new love, its own love, and all my love that I have for my son, which is literally enough to fill the entire universe and then some, still gets to stay with him. Can you tell I'm pregnant with all these weird things I'm saying? But anyway, my son is down for a nap. My husband went to get his hair cut. My son's down. He's been down probably for like 25-30 minutes. We had to go in there. I felt so bad. We had to go in there and fix his camera because overnight, or this morning when he woke up, I guess he knocked it down. So it was unplugged. I thought about it after I had put him down. So I had my husband go in there and replug it in. And I was like, that's still probably gonna make me have to go in there and nurse him. But nope. He was able to go back to sleep, which I'm so proud. I'm so proud and I'm so thankful for this new step that he's able to do. Like that is so incredible to me that he can put himself to sleep now. And again, like what made me feel good is Olivia, who I follow here on YouTube too. She said that she even, I think her son is like maybe 15, 16 months old. She said that she's always nursed him to sleep, and she always got him to sleep by nursing, and she didn't know anything else. And it makes me feel better that someone else had the same thing, and that it's amazing. She even said how there was a switch in him that like just one day he didn't want to nurse anymore. And it's amazing how that is the truth. Like one day, literally in one day, something switched and he just started putting himself to sleep, and he was okay with putting himself to sleep, and it wasn't an issue. So it's really quite amazing like how the development works. Just one day, all of a sudden they could just do it. Yeah, that's been like one of the most amazing things to happen, is him being able to soothe himself to sleep and get himself to sleep both at night and at nap time. Like my days are so much better now, and I'm so thankful for the timing, because I need that now that I'm pregnant. I needed that. I can definitely tell later on I'm probably gonna end up napping when he naps, because like I'm so tired right now. So far I'm not as tired as I was the last pregnancy. I remember working from home, staring at my computer in a fog. I just felt like I was in a fog. I was so tired. Maybe it's because I now know what it's like having a newborn, and that tiredness is even more. I'm telling you, one of my first symptoms was just like looking at my belly, I think it's just the bloated. I'm like so bloated, overly bloated, that like my belly is already like taking shape of being pregnant already. Oh my gosh, I'm like freaking out right now. So I think I told you guys the other day that I set up my appointment for, I think it was like October, God, what was it? October like 8th or 7th or something like that. 7th. I made October 7th, I think. God, I don't even remember anymore. Which was a little bit later than what would have been my 8 weeks exactly. Oh, sorry, I keep forgetting this lighting is so bad. Oh, it's because my husband flipped it the wrong way. One mistake I made with my son was the only appointment my husband didn't go to was the first one. And I feel like that's the #1 appointment to have your spouse go to. The rest, just kind of whatever, but that first one is super duper important. I wanted to make sure he could be there, so I put it a date that I thought he'd be able to be there and he can't. It was like after what would be my 8 weeks, but now I get to go the day before what would be my 8 weeks, which means in 3 weeks from today, we get to go. 3 weeks from today, I get to see my little nugget. What's so cool is like, I'm about to be 5 weeks pregnant tomorrow. When I figured or found out that I was pregnant with my son, I was 3 weeks. I think I was like 3 weeks and 4 or 5 days or something like that. Well, that was a longer wait time, but this one, like 3 weeks, I can do that. I'm gonna want to see my baby even sooner, but oh my gosh. My husband swears it's a girl, mainly because he's terrified of having a girl. I definitely want to tell my family soon because, or at least my side of the family soon, because I see them every couple of days and I want them to understand why I am out of it. And also, it's so nice talking to my mom. Now that I know what that's like being able to talk to my mom and ask her for advice and, you know, to just talk to her about it. Like, my mom is my best friend and she's my rock, and I need that communication. I need that open line of communication. Having this secret is like one of the hardest things, especially when you're on the internet. It's one of the hardest secrets to keep. I gotta do my makeup. My son's gonna wake up any minute and I still haven't done my makeup or done any work. What am I doing? Let's go. So I've just been getting some work done. He's been watching some Sesame. I swear, if it weren't for Sesame, I don't know what my days would look like. But and that's not to say he gets too much like screen time. He really just wants it in the background. He doesn't even sit there and watch it. He just wants it in the background. It's like a, I don't know. So I'm like feeling, this pregnancy, I just felt like kind of blah, like icky a little bit. Oh my gosh, he got the scale. I just felt icky a little bit. I just feel more sore and definitely not nauseous, because I don't think I'm nauseous. I think I just have more so like anxiety, but like I'm just not, I'm doing bad, but I'm just not, I just don't feel myself, which is kind of frustrating because it's just frustrating. I gotta check on my dog really quick. Oh my gosh, he took the scale down and then when I left the room, he thought he was gonna leave the room, so he started putting it away. What a good boy. I definitely am tired. Again, I don't feel the same type of like fatigue I had with my son. Again, I could just be used to it. I think like our bodies, once it's like your second or more child, I feel like your body just kind of gets used to being tired and you're able to kind of like fight through it a little bit better, but I am definitely tired, but I'm not in the same fog I was in last pregnancy, but maybe I'm just not far enough ahead for that like fog to come in. We were invited to go to Chuck E. Cheese tonight, which is totally nice and everything, but I don't like Chuck E. Cheese and I don't know how I'm gonna behave. We haven't told, you know, our family yet, so I don't know how I'm gonna feel. So we're probably gonna go, but hopefully I can keep myself together while we're there. I don't like Chuck E. Cheese or anywhere like that. Anytime I think of like a like kid specific play place, all I think of are dirty feet and boogers. So my little one is napping. I am warming up some leftovers in the microwave right now. And I'm definitely feeling tired. I like still suffer from moments like even before I was pregnant where like when he's napping, I want to do nothing. And it's so hard trying to stay motivated to like, okay, when he's napping, you gotta work. And it's really hard because I don't get like that break. I guess I get the break at bedtime. It's like getting to that point. It's like all day, go, 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 go. And then finally at bedtime, it's like you either have the option of like crashing and just falling asleep, or you play on your phone and you get all those little hobbies out of the way that you enjoy doing. It's like such a toss up. Do you just chill? Do you relax? And then for me, for nap time, that's when I have to like get the most work done, when really all I want to do is just lay down. But
Good job. You say you're Chucky. Chucky.
He's old enough for this. He likes it.
See, I forgot about my teeth, Mom.
morning, guys. Let me turn everything off. My back went out completely yesterday. Like, I was in so much pain all day. Yesterday we celebrated my nephew's birthday. We celebrated both of them. The dogs smell so bad, and I don't know if it's just me, but like they stink. They definitely need baths because they stink. In fact, I was taking, like, I like to rinse off sometime in the morning, not really take a shower, but just like rinse off. So I was rinsing off this morning, and Athena just comes in the shower with me, and I'm like, what are you doing? So I feel like even she wants a shower. Yeah, my back completely went out, which happened when I was 9 weeks pregnant with my son. So I don't know why it's happening so early this time. Probably because, again, my body's like going through muscle memory and going through all of its memory, and it knows what to do. And I guess that's why. I don't know why. I'm 5 weeks now, so I don't really know why it's happening so soon, or maybe just last pregnancy happened late. I don't know, who knows. We have not told family. We saw all of our family yesterday, and it was hard to like try and just keep quiet when I felt kind of crappy. What's a little bit concerning to me a little bit is, which shouldn't be concerning, but it is just because it is the first 12 weeks. I don't seem to have the same nausea I was having. I'm definitely still having the exhaustion, like that didn't stop, but the nausea kind of went away and the back pain set in instead. I do have a little bit of aversions, or they're not really aversions. It's the same thing I remember last time. It's more so I don't know what to eat, and then once I do eat, I don't want very much, and I don't really want it. I last pregnancy craved a lot of hamburgers and I guess pizza at some point. I haven't really had the cravings yet this time, and last time I can't say I really had a lot of cravings. I really just had more so aversions, like nothing ever sounded good. So that's probably more so what's happening this time again. I don't know. I know I'm early on, and that kind of bugged me this morning because like I'm in so much pain, and I understand men don't get it, but I've seen so many forums where women all say the same thing. Like, when you're this early in pregnancy, a lot of men don't take your symptoms serious, or they don't know if you're just being a woman and just saying you're feeling all these things because you just found out you were pregnant, or what it is. But like, he made a comment this morning. He's like, oh my gosh, you're acting like you're dying and you just found out you're pregnant. Yes, I just found out I was pregnant. But just because I just found out doesn't mean that these prior weeks didn't happen. I'm already 5 weeks, and I was already having symptoms with my son at 5 weeks, and he was much more understanding with my son. I think he just assumes that third trimester is really when the pains and all of the craziness is supposed to set in, but no, for me, third trimester was fine, second trimester was amazing, and then first trimester was definitely like my hardest. I don't know why he's just acting like a turd. He just had a little smooth like, or quick like comment like that, and all guys have that, and I completely understand. Like, I'm sure if I were a guy, I would feel the same way, but literally starting the first day you conceive, you can start having symptoms. Just, it's frustrating. Like, just, they don't understand, and it's fine. And if anything, he should know that I don't exaggerate. I don't actually complain until the problem has been a big problem. Like, the pain I was in yesterday was really, really bad. Today, I'm feeling a little bit better. I definitely can move more. I can walk today. It doesn't hurt when I sit down anymore. Like, yesterday, I was in a lot of pain when I was sitting, standing. Like, no matter what I did, I was in severe pain. But today, so far, so good. So I'm gonna make us some breakfast right now. My husband's getting us some coffee. I want to deep clean the crap out of my house. That is one thing I did not have with my son. I never nested, not once. I may have in the first trimester, but the third, I never nested. I actually, yeah, I don't even think in the first trimester I nested. I never wanted to really do anything. What the? Why did that just happen? Okay, so that's the other thing. The other night, my vacuum went off on its own. And I think it's because my son said it. So it went off on its own at like 1 a.m. It was so funny, but so upsetting at the same time. I was losing my mind yesterday because everything was a mess. We had so much laundry and I just was losing it. So I think today I just want to clean. I want to catch up on laundry because we are so far behind, and I want to make sure on the days I feel good, I catch up, get ahead, get things done, because so many times even when I feel good, I just don't do stuff. So anyways, I'm rambling. I will talk with you guys later. I need to make breakfast before my husband freaks that there's no breakfast started while he's been gone for like a really long time.